I guess you wonder where I've been. I search to find the love within. I came back to let you know I think you, and I won't let it go. People wonder what's wrong with you. 31. Can't fuck with it. They see me rolling. They hate it. Patrolling and trying to get me riding dirty. Yeah, I love when that shit come out like that. That's crazy. Copy link. West side to the heavy side all night long. Get your club on. We be clubbing. Well, I can't pick nothing. Everybody likes when the girl shakes something. Don't pull nothing. We ain't frontin'. We just bumping and banging like it ain't nothing wrong. Get your club on. Oh, we love it. Oh, we love it. Brainiac with Maniac Mac 10. Brainiac with Maniac Mac 10. Party Mackin. So we can smoke a dub. Bro, why? Yeah, this shit crazy. So because the running back can't understand max protect, nigga, he's standing behind me. Ah, boy, you gotta. Oh, what is going on with this game? You gotta. Yeah. Yeah. Does he hear? Is that what?
I got a new whip.
Good shit, buddy.
This weekend.
Hold on, buddy.
They sent me. I'm leaving.
He won the Super Bowl in a blowout. It was the MVP. Had 3 touchdowns. Ran for more yards than Saquon Barkley, even though Saquon carried the team. Threw for 2 touchdowns. Where else is going to go? Yellow 8. We haven't said anything. He's in the sky. That's not what he said. He said the sky's the limit. That means he's the yellow 8.
Hey, Daddy.
This buddy.
I got my new whip. Look.
I see. You got a paddle.
I can't pedal.
Not to piggyback on what's become one of your, signature things now, Hurts.
I'm trying to hop in my whip. Okay. Huh?
He just won the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
You come get my car.
Just proved
I'm gonna
he's
back
good
it
enough
up.
to win the Super Bowl. Yes. And in fact, he's been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls and balled out. Yeah. Now, some are going to say, well, Saquon's not going to rush for 2,000 yards here. Of course he's not. Yeah. But guess what? 3 years ago, when they didn't even have Saquon Barkley on the team, Miles Sanders was their best running back. And he went for 1,200 some odd yards. Saquon can do that. But even so, when Miles Sanders is the running threat, they reached the Super Bowl. Jalen was second in the MVP race. And the defense was not the best. It was like 8th in points allowed. So we can't just say he only got there last year because the defense was the best in the league and he had the best running back in the league. Because when he didn't have that 3 years ago, he still got them to the Super Bowl. 3 years ago, I think they had the most sacks of any team in 40 years and the #1 yards team. Okay, the defense was very good. I think the defense is going to be very, the defense has to be good, but it wasn't the best in terms of points allowed in the league. And so
This way.
I think he has proven, now he needs to obviously
In the
be
closet.
good, but he's proven he is good enough as he is. If he doesn't improve and just kind of does what he does, yes, they can still win the NFC and get to the Super Bowl. Okay, so I disagree with that because I don't think he's obviously doesn't need to improve.
Why would he fall? What was he falling for?
That happened.
Like what happened that he had to fall down?
In that acting as if in 2023 or 2 years ago.
Baby. Oh, your mama out there?
I think most people thought that was the best defense in football. It was #1 yards. We talked all year long about it. It was like since the '86 Bears. The most sacks. It was all of that. But it wasn't in points allowed. It wasn't in points allowed, but it was #1 in yards, #8 in points allowed. And so everybody understands, and I understand the tongue-in-cheek joke Wilds was making yesterday, which is it is not a question anymore. Can you win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts? Because they did win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts. The question that I think everyone is asking when it comes to Jalen Hurts is, if the Eagles this year are not as dominant in every category other than passing as they were last year, will they? And this is where I want to talk to you about. Because this is where I don't think we have that big of a disagreement, but it feels like we have a massive disagreement. So, the Jalen Hurts story is going into that season when they got to the Super Bowl, nobody thought it was that good. Nobody had any expectations for Jalen Hurts going into that season. Then he was excellent throughout that year to the tune of second in MVP voting, excellent in the Super Bowl, and he came out in that NFL Top 100 list, the #3 player in the league. It was Patrick 1, I think Justin Jefferson, some receiver 2, Jalen Hurts 3. And going into 2 years ago, he had all the respect that I think Wilds is demanding he have now that you feel he doesn't have. Again, I'm going to try to put words in there. And then last year, or 2 years ago, they then leaned into the idea that they have an elite quarterback, having paid him like he were an elite quarterback, and the team fell apart at the end of the year. And the bloom was a little bit off the rose for Jalen Hurts.
God damn, would anybody else like to get hurt? God damn.
As if they have an elite quarterback, and the team was not that good. And then, over the next 4 months of football, team was utterly dominant. So the question people have is, if the circumstances
Layla, back up with your brother. You can take your iPad, sit on the patio. Just to help you. Time out.
player they were asking him to be in 2024, will he be able to produce in ways he couldn't those years? And I don't think that's an unfair question.
3 years when he was second in MVP,
He wasn't a high volume passer.
he threw 30 passes a game.
But it went up the following season. It was even, and so
just
I get that is, and so the thing that what I don't understand I understand your frustration if people are like, you know what, Jalen Hurts, he's not that good. I totally get that, but I don't think anybody's saying that anymore. I don't. I mean, you're angry that he was tied with what? C.J. Stroud for the 9th best quarterback in football when you think he's
I thought it was unfair to Jalen Hurts that there was guys ahead of him on like Sandals Athletic who have fallen apart in the playoffs.
But Lamar's one of those guys, and you think Lamar's better than him.
Lamar is a multiple-time MVP. Justin Herbert is not.
So Herbert
Love has had little pops of success.
He was ahead of Love. He was ahead of I thought he was ahead of Jordan.
I thought it was Jaden Herbert.
Goff. I thought it was Jaden Herbert, Goff, and then he was there. So I guess and so I get the point. So like do you right now it seems like maybe I'm wrong. If you were to do your quarterback rankings, you have him 4th or 5th.
Yes, I think he has earned the right to be considered a top 5 quarterback.
Top 5.
That's it.
Right.
I'm not trying to say he's the best quarterback in the world. I'm saying if you've been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years and are Super Bowl MVP and win at a rate that is right up there with the best quarterbacks of all time, really, then you have earned a spot in the top 5. And I think it is
Oh, catch it.
absurd and unfair. That's where I really get angry. Guys who are still like, well, whose only resume are filled with hypotheticals. So that if you traded this guy to the Eagles, what? That's the main point for a lot of the arguments for Justin Herbert. If he got traded to the Eagles,
listen, I agree with you, and this is, I guess the reason that I think most people, and Bruce one of them, has it as a firm top 4, not a firm top 5, and this is where maybe the disagreement is. I think that there is a level of confidence that for Patrick, Josh, Lamar, or Joe, that as long as they're there and healthy, that team's offense is going to be elite. And I think that because we haven't seen Jalen throw...
What in the world just happened?
It's not totally his fault. They gave him the chance in 2023 and didn't work out.
What in the...
Under the circumstances that we've seen, those 4 guys lead to prolific offenses without amazing weapons, without amazing everything around him, that he is considered a class below, not a tier 1 quarterback like those guys. I don't think that's disrespectful. He has the contract of a superstar, the endorsement.
Oh, how did I pick that?
The general ranking.
He loves it.
Oh,
He loves it.
well, I don't know, baby.
My mama
I already heard a friend
gotta
telling him to
sleep.
come back. He's going too
It
far.
doesn't seem like there's that big of a discrepancy. It feels like a straw man disrespect. I don't think people are out there here anymore saying Jalen Hurts is carried. I don't see her that. It's going to be a universal opinion.
we have fought that fire, and it is now. I still think people think that Jalen Hurts is being carried by this team. If that fight is over, I would love it.
I think that you don't
Number
think that
6,
people
block
think
him, bro.
that he is an important part of what they do, but not the lead singer of the band? Because that's what I think. I think that
will feel that way, but I do think some significant people do think he's kind of being carried. Put any really good, competent quarterback in there.
So I think that I think there also, while stats aren't everything, when the signature year of his career, he didn't throw for 3,000 yards or 20 touchdowns. Fair or not, that is
about last year.
Yes, that is going
2 years ago he did.
Right,
or
but
3 years
right,
ago.
but we're basing this off the Super Bowl MVP and what he did in the postseason. When that is who you are, who your team asks you to be, there is going to be a ceiling on public perception. I just think that's reality, across sports, so to speak. I do think the Eagles are are not going to have the league's #1 defense, and they're not going to have the greatest rushing season ever this year, so they're going to need more from them. I think
But he showed he can give you more. He showed that in 2022.
Again, I think you're underrating.
No, the defense was really good, but they didn't have the run game.
They did not have the run game.
And defense, they got a ton of sacks, but that's not all there is to it.
I think that I would argue that the 2 years they went to the Super Bowl, they had an argument that year they were the best defense in football. You could make a statistical or eye test argument. I think that in all likelihood, because of the personnel losses this year, that they are going to be closer to the 8th best defense in football as far as the first best, in which case they're going to need more from their offense. And that's where I think he will move to more this year.
Hold on, babe.
And I think that'll be interesting to see if he can. Because that part, I don't think it's unfair to say we don't know. I don't think it's unfair to say we don't know.
Oh, shoot, we have to get something to blow it up, okay?
Huh?
We have to get something to blow it up.
We don't know that.
This.
Last year he threw it 24 times a game. 3 years ago he threw it 3 times.
You have to only blow this stuff. And where's the hole? Where I see a hole? Right here. Oh, that's a pumping thing. I press it.
Hold on, babe.
Was it 32.4 is what the league average was. If they are a team that has to air it out
Oh, my goodness.
an average amount of times, 32 times a game, can that lead to this level of success? I feel like we don't know that. Now, it might not be fair to hold that against him, but I don't think it's reasonable to say, to act assured that they would succeed.
I'd have to look at,
What the fuck? Yo!
in our minds, we see the ball flying all over the place. But I think,
What am I supposed to say about that,
the
bro?
Eagles threw the ball the least percentage-wise.
That's
so the
crazy.
Patriots would always just be 3-0.
Yeah.
So least percentage-wise.
43% of the time.
43%. Baltimore was at 46. Green Bay was at 49. Buffalo was at 50. So of the bottom 4 defensive with airing it out, you have
Bro, that's ridiculous,
3
bro.
of the top 5 quarterbacks.
Right, which is why I think it's important that certainly for Buffalo, we've seen them have a prolific offense. That's pass. So that's why there's not those questions about Jones.
But it wasn't successful.
I mean, it got to the AFC Championship.
I don't think
it did.
it wasn't. How about this? It was prolific, but there was.
Oh,
they
come on,
decided as
man.
an organization, there was a more successful path. Sure, by firing the OC and throwing the ball less, getting rid of Stephon Diggs, who's going to have 1,000 yards. James Cook is back. We saw him on the field yesterday doing some exercising. Now he's got a new contract, 4 years, $48 million, $30 guaranteed. Here's his numbers the last 2 seasons. I'll focus on last year, but overall, 24 touchdowns total. Last year, 15 touches a game for almost 1,300 yards per year. A big James Cook fan, correct? Yes. Do you like this deal for Buffalo?
No, I'm glad they got him done. And here's my thing. He's the
Bro, having the worst. I'm having the worst day. I don't get it, dog.
Yeah, he's second in the league among running backs and guaranteed $30 million. But he's
What
only
is going
tied
on?
for 5th with Josh Jacobs at per year, $12 million per year. And even if you feel, Nick, like this is a high for a running back, it's $12 million a year. Relatively speaking, it's not much at all. And running backs, I do think are too devalued. So, I mean, clearly, I think we're finding that out the last few years.
He got it off. Oh, my goodness.
McCaffrey's getting $19 million. Now Henry's getting 15. He should be more than McCaffrey. And so, Saquon's at 20.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor's at 14. So, I don't have a problem. Like I said, if you want to say the guarantee's a little high, at the end of the day,
Hold on, buddy.
pay your running back a little.
Yes or no?
What, buddy? Hold on. What? There's nothing in there, buddy.
So the guarantee is, to me, all I care about with this.
Oh, come. Brother.
Because he's got 1 year left, and then do we think James Cook is going to play 5 more years at a high level? If he is, then he's one of the best backs of his generation. You know what I mean? And again, I think he's a good player.
Kyle, stop. Go sit down, buddy.
Doesn't age
on, man.
has strapped a position captain, and this isn't
Yeah, bro.
okay. And he had 1,009 rushing yards last year. He's a good threat out of the backfield catching the ball. And while he had 16 rushing touchdowns, which is phenomenal, the previous 2 years combined he had 4. So the rushing touchdowns number, he was 16th in the league in rushing yards. The rushing touchdowns number is what popped for everyone. And I think some of that was, there is some of the, are we going to have Josh, sneak it in, or, are we going to hand it off James Cook? Again, he's obviously a good player, and they obviously need him. It's not a deal I would have done if I were running the Bills. And it is when there are spots on offense that I think if you're a team that still hasn't quite been able to figure out how to get stops in the playoffs defensively, that I would not want to be paying top of the market for that position. You're right, that running back market is cheap, but it's still the second most guaranteed money any running back's got. And so it shocked me. Like, I didn't get out that 2 years, $20 million thing yesterday. I don't try to be wrong with those contract things. I actually care about being right way more than is healthy for me or anyone to believe. I was shocked he got this deal. So credit to him and happy for him and his agent. I just think in 2 years, are we going to be running the story? Buffalo,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
You're not even going to do it.
Carl.
Are you going to do it or not? Biggie?
You know?
Oh,
Rushes have dropped the last 3 years. Obviously, as he ages, he's going to become less and less of your run game. And so you do need Cook to be able to.
Yeah, no, I know. I would have offered him an awesome raise this year
Come.
and a fully guaranteed good salary for next year, and said, "Hey, man, there's your offer, and if you don't want to take it, then if you're going to do a hold-in throughout the year when you've made no money in this league, okay, I just don't. I would have called his bluff. I wouldn't have stonewalled him. I would have made him a real offer. Well, yeah, it's tough. It's tough business. Tough business. We're not in.
Oh my goodness, dog. I don't know what else to do, bro. I really don't.
Josh Allen, James Cook's quarterback, joined Bussin' with the Boys, the podcast. It's pretty good. In his answer, it was a good episode of Bussin' with the Boys, and they talked about the tush push gone wrong against the Chiefs. Take a listen.
Was that a first down? I was walking back on the field because I saw the jumbotron, that angle where it sure does look like I crossed. I was like, they're calling this a first down. There's no way they can. And I was wrong.
Why is my shit on yellow, bro? Like, how do I get my... Is my nigga, like, dying or something? Like, what's going on?
Again, for the third time in his career, lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs has led to the league saying we got to change some rules, boys. We need a laser tennis-like match now. And I don't think that actually would have impacted that at all. Listen, first of all, you didn't. Second of all, you got the ball back after not getting it. Down 3 with 3.5 minutes left. After 30.
You almost got over there and picked that shit off. I would have been tight.
And again, I'm the show's Josh Allen guy. I'm the guy that thinks second best quarterback of all time. But fair is fair. And third of all, most important. A great job by Will and Taylor Wan. Friends, you're right. It's a great podcast and they're great guys. You can't answer that question. Sorry, even in that
Baby, Carl,
you gotta do
come gather your stuff up, buddy. I don't want to have to clean up a bunch of stuff.
have to do it.
I am going to do it. Pick that stuff up off the floor. Where the thing at? Did you take it, Carl? Bring it back.
He looked like he's playing along with them. I thought I got it, guys. I thought he got it. I mean, I'm not gonna get all up in arms about it. I thought he got it. But had he been like, you know what I mean, like really upset about it, yeah, I did get that. I'm glad you brought that.
Some pumper. The pumper. Is the
Huh,
pump.
buddy?
This is a pump. That's the pump.
What happened to the thing?
Huh? It happens to the what?
No, buddy.
Hi,
Here, give it here, buddy.
I'm making chopper box.
Give it here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Your friend's gonna help ya. I just gotta do
Put it down.
myself.
Put it down. I'll do it.
That's the right.
Huh. Come on, man. Stop the guy. Ah, get that. Boy, slow as hell. Who is 79? Bruh. Get him out the game. That's crazy. Anybody. Boy, that was embarrassing. Oh, let's go. Dog, don't. No way. No way. No way the quarterback caught my corner.
As long as you're still a Super Bowl contender, I still expect them to be a Super Bowl contender. So I don't think that's a step back. You win 12 games and the Super Bowl, that's a get there at least. That's a great year. So look, everybody's talking about the coordinators, but Campbell is the guy. And I know like Glenn and Ben Johnson were there before, but not as coordinators. So it wouldn't be fair to say they didn't do anything as coordinators. But he's the guy that changed the culture. I like the anger that he's probably feeling over everybody saying they're taking a step back because of coordinators. I'm sure he's passed that on to his team and that they feel that challenge as well. And when you couple that mentality with getting the defensive guys, like not just Hutchinson, but Anzalone, they got DJ Reed from the Jets who already
Get over there, dog. Where you going?
So I think they are still going to be a Super Bowl contender. Won't win as many games, but that's not a step back. This falls in line with that.
Yes, baby. What? Yes.
Especially in this situation, one coordinator got promoted, so that's a positive. The defensive coordinator got promoted for linebacker, but at least there's continuity in the scheme. He understands.
Stand him up. Stand him up. They almost blessed me.
You can relate on a different level. Now he has a new responsibility, so it's going to be interesting to see how he handles that pressure and responsibility of calling the plays, game planning, that sort of thing. But there is continuity. Now with Johnny Morton, he has been a coordinator before at the Jets, but he hasn't been part of that system. So the question is, do you use his system? Do you keep the system you had? Do you try to combine systems? And typically you probably keep the system they had. So now Johnny has to catch up.
Come on, dog. Make a play.
Terminology, I don't know if that word. And then
lot of people, I don't know if you knew this, Coach. You were nicknamed Manginius. Tony Soprano. And you had to play Belichick. You were old coach when you were the coordinator. What specific advantages or disadvantages? I'm just looking forward to week 2, Ben Johnson versus Dan Campbell. Who has the advantage there? Was there stuff you're like, oh, I know Belichick's going to do this?
Oh, dude, I can't believe I made that shit.
Yeah, definitely the first time we played him up there, we sacked Tom Brady 6 times. They changed from grass to turf after we beat him there. I mean, that did happen. So there was a real advantage there. And what it was is you understood Tom had seen our signals so many times defensively being in practice. So there's an element of give him a signal he's seen and play something around it totally different. So make sure he sees the check, he acknowledges the check, and then play something different. And then with the way their protection was set, they point out the mic, everything gets set after they point the mic. So we were moving around so much.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And so the first time
Oh my goodness.
it was really effective, and it was all based on and then also like you wrote, let's give you plenty of that, but make sure it's not where it's not.
Ben Johnson going to do that today.
I mean, he should. If they keep the same he should understand. He should know.
Come here. Sure.
Get the basketball hoop.
Kyle, you're gonna have to give me some time to put this together. I gotta find some place to put it, buddy.
Daddy.
We gotta find some place to put it. I'll never get a damn break around this motherfucker, man. It's always something to put together, something to move.
I think culture setting is incredibly valuable for a team that Dan Campbell took over. Does that, the sad sack can't get out of its own way. We are going to have building blocks, set a foundation, learn how to win. I think once you're a contender, the culture has set into a degree, and then schematics matter a lot. And I think that for a team that is trying to win a championship, using your tacticians, which Glenn and Ben Johnson were, and now just have that. I think Dan Campbell guarantees the Lions a floor. You know what I mean? Because of the culture, because of how much the players love him and believe in him. But I think those next steps, you need a lot of factors, and a lot of those factors walked out the door. The other thing that happened is we don't know how Jared Goff is going to react to how his season ended. With 3 interceptions, a fumble out of his little hands, and getting rocked as the 1 seed. When we talked about the 1 seeds that lose their first home playoff game, I showed you this a few days ago. It's like young quarterback, shocking, and it had real long-term effect, not long-term, but the next year effects for those teams. Also, the foundation of that team, the way Dan Campbell laid the foundation was, I'm going to build the toughest, meanest offensive line in football. That's now totally different with a new interior offensive line, and they have a brutal schedule. So for all those reasons, like I of course agree with Brew that if you're 12-5, win the division. That's not a tangible step back. I think Vegas' over/under on them is a sneaky signal that they might. When Dan Campbell said 2 years ago, we don't know if we'll ever be back here. He might have been more prescient than we thought. And so I think that, and I know you think that Ben Johnson's the head coach.
Good shit. Good breakup play. How's he playing that so well?
But you do think he was a very good offensive coordinator. Like, they are likely to be worse at both coordinator spots, at least in the short term, than they were last year. Tougher schedule. I'm curious where Goff's head's at. All of that. I do think they could miss the playoffs. Oh, I'm not saying I'm picking up predictions week in 2 weeks. But could they miss the playoffs? 100%. Absolutely, they could miss. What you consider miss? They could finish 3rd in their own division. Yes.
And to your point about culture, again, if you can promote someone from within who knows the culture, there's value in that. I thought that's one of the things that Belichick always did really
Why these quarterbacks so, bro? Why? For real, bro. Like, for real, bro. Like for real, bro. It's so bad. What the fuck? That's fine. That's fine. Fuck it, man.
Matthew Stafford in practice yesterday, no update today. Is dealing with an aggravated disc. Last weekend, he threw over 60 passes. That seems like an anomaly because Monday he was in that futuristic wellness chase.
Cairo,
Didn't throw over 40 passes yesterday. High on the morning
why do you hit
news,
me?
this the most under discussed story in all of sports talk.
Oh,
I'm trying to put it in. Hey, that Super Bowl contender whose quarterback was up here once and has an aggravated disc. Yeah. Can we do more Trey Hendrickson? Like, no, I want Trey Hendrickson. Is it time to worry for anybody? I'm terrified. Drew shouldn't be worried at all. Because the facts are the facts. Listen, Drew, and I know we argue sometimes. No one's going to be able to argue about this. If we know anything about Chris Broussard, it's that he loves Jimmy Garoppolo. That Jimmy G wins. That Jimmy G wins, and that Jimmy G, quote, his body simply betrayed him, end quote. Well, luckily, he's healthy now. So now the Rams, we know that Brew thinks Stafford wasn't that good last year to begin with. How many times have I heard that? And that Jimmy G is a winner, and we also know that Brew thinks the Rams' weapons, they have their own Avengers. So they have Jimmy G, sharp head coach, their own Avengers. I think they're cooked without Stafford. I assume Brew thinks it's tomato, Stafford to Jimmy G. I'm going to pull up what Nick Wright called. I'll have my own opinion. He just said like four things.
in his hip pocket. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo years ago was a good quarterback in San Francisco, but I moved on. All right? And you should move on if you're thinking the Rams are going to do something this year. Look, they might make the playoffs, but this is major reason for concern. All right? And it's
Brother, what angle was that? Brother, sister.
3 weeks away from the start of the season. I get it. He's everybody's All-American. All right? But he's 37. He's been banged up his entire career.
My boy, sweet Layla. Layla, ain't had no homework? You got your clothes out for tomorrow? Go get your clothes out.
But I just think he's not going to be.
There we go.
He is a very good quarterback.
There we go, White.
But he is not going to be the Matthew Stafford who led them to that Super Bowl a few years ago. Well, he threw the ball 60 times 3 days ago, and they thought that he'd be able to come back on Monday, and he wasn't. But they are almost a month away, a little bit under a month away from the game, so you do have time to rest someone, in this situation. I would imagine if they felt really concerned, they would probably continue to address the quarterback situation. You can't go into a year with Jimmy Garoppolo. That's what I'm looking at. Like, when are we going to see a trade? Because I don't think they think they can play Jimmy. The fear for fans in this situation is the fragile quarterback behind a hurt quarterback. Like, to me, that's problematic. And then the next quarterback hasn't put Stetson Bennett. He hasn't played. He's 27 years old. So you got an older quarterback who's inexperienced. So that's not great. But we also have to remember there are medications that guys take during the course of the season that help with aggravated backs that you may not take during training camp because you're not playing a game.
Never underestimate a quarterback named Stetson.
What's that? Really? Stetson? Yeah, it's a quarterback. Don't underestimate. He's a 5'10", 27-year-old. His name's Stetson. Aaron Rodgers still getting used to his new helmet and new team. They still got him.
Oh my goodness, big stiffy. Oh.
Buddy, did you jump over him?
What are you doing, buddy?
For who?
He looks very slow. And he's going to need that offensive line to give him great protection. I don't think he's going to get it. And the run game, I think, will be okay,
No,
but
quick.
not phenomenal. So I just look. I have faith in Tomlin and his coaching. I'm not saying first losing season.
This is why you were flirting with that before.
I was flirting.
This is my fault.
And Nick took it was such a good take.
No, that's not it.
There's no thing. I must be scrounging through the
This is
looking for stuff.
I owe the show and the audience an apology. Because I shouldn't have done it. Like a week ago, remember I ran that montage of all the times Brew kept picking the Aaron Rodgers to go to the Super Bowl, to win the division with the Jets. And Brew and right, and now we don't even have suspense for predictions, right? It's our next show. It's 2 weeks to go. Well, it's not going to get longer.
The thing that's so fascinating, I feel like all offseason you beat the drum for him to go to Pittsburgh.
I did.
And
I
what a
think
great fit that would be for him to finish out his career. And now to hear you say this, like, I don't know how to react.
I know. I'm sure.
Look, it was the best place for him to go. It was the best move for the Steelers. Just nobody else was out there. Right. But I don't think it's still win 10 games. I just think they're the third best team.
So they could win 10 and miss the playoff. But they could win if they can win 10, they can make it. Okay, all right, thank goodness. I'm a hard no. I thought of all the rankings in that Mike Sando quarterback tiers, I thought his was the most ridiculous.
Why would you stop blocking the guy you're supposed to block?
Sandwich, was it 8? Was it 15? He was 15. He was 16, pardon me. Because Kyler was the first person in tier 2. Right. It was Kyler, then Aaron, I forget who 17 was. But it had higher than Gino. Gino was 17, and then it was all the young guys. I think having him ahead of, expecting Aaron Rodgers this year to be better than your guy Drake May, my guy Caleb, Bo Nix, who a lot of people like.
How would I miss that? What was missing from that I missed? What did I do wrong?
During the season, he hasn't had
Yes, buddy.
season in 4 years. And so, listen, I think DK Metcalf is a really good player. I also, and tell me if you disagree with me, Coach, stylistically, the receiver that obviously Aaron had the most success with, Devontae, is a historically great technician. You know what I mean? Like he's obviously a great athlete and all those things, but Devontae is about routes and releases and hands and all of that. DK Metcalf to me is such a different type of receiver where I don't even know if he's a great route runner. I certainly wouldn't describe him as a technician. It's just he's the combine photo that he had it come to life. Like I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, I can run faster than you, and he's a great player because of it. That to me is not the type of receiver I expect Aaron to have a great rapport with. Like I'm not saying he can't throw it deep, but you know what I mean. And so I just don't see that that's a great fit. And so no, I don't think he'll be able to do it.
The thing that's so intriguing to me about this
Give me that. Let's go.
was changed for him.
Ah.
And allowed him to be successful. And now with him going to Pittsburgh, he's got to prove himself. And he's got to change for them. He's got to be part of their culture. I don't see, there's got to be some conflict with him and Arthur Smith in terms of scheme. They're not going to do all the things that he wants them to do. Why do you think that? Because I feel that was one of the rubs with Russell Wilson. And why Arthur liked Justin Fields more. He has a belief in what he thinks works. Aaron obviously has a belief in what he thinks works. Now, but what's so fascinating is will he go in this final year and prove himself and be part of the team? And will that in some ways be the catalyst that he needs to actually find some of what he used to have?
How does that manifest, just quickly, because I right against the talk break, but how does that manifest on a play-to-play basis? Is calling plays that Aaron doesn't want to run?
Well, there's things that you can do.
Oh, okay.
He's done his whole career. Okay, and if you should really build the playbook or the scheme to what he does well to maximize
Justin Herbert comes in at 7 on the QB rankings, and we welcome to one person who still thinks it's too high. Too low. From New York, it's a show that thinks LeBron could have played in the NFL both ways all of a sudden. Like, that was an off-air take by someone who
Oh my goodness. My nigga couldn't do it. Carl, what are you doing, buddy? Oh.
Which teams will reach their potential? Which teams will end up on the floor? With our four most popular teams. For right now, Danny Parkins is in to defend a controversial QB. Not by him. These are the results of Mike Sanders' QB tiers ascertained the opinions of 50 coaches and executives. Remember, it was ranked into tiers. Tier 1 was the Big Five, some people. Big Four plus Matthew Stafford. Tier 2 was Jaden, Herbert, Goff, Stroud, and Hurts tied. They showed Dak, Jordan Love, and Arnold or tier life to tier 2 Bruckner. He's, you know what? What'd you say about Stafford? He's in the tier 1, bro. He's in the tier 1.
Oh my goodness, how I missed that boy.
Who wants to go first here? Is it more likely Justin Herbert moves up or moves down? Go ahead, go first. Oh, this is apparently being set up for that. I got my defenses up, counter punches. Move up, obviously. I have him where Stafford is right now. He's the fifth. He's the fifth best quarterback in football. And yes, this is all good. I want you to succeed. You succeed, I succeed. Yep. You're just making it so difficult. Go ahead. All right, well, I mean, listen. Just pick me Stafford. Herbert had more yards. Stafford is going to like this. I'm not getting high when everybody's all there. More yards, better passer rating, more touchdowns, fewer interceptions than Stafford last year. And there is something to, and I know this is where you get upset.
Hey, baby.
Now we see the NFL and the eye test. It's the eye test, man. He passes all of it. And these coaches, scouts, and executives who do the rankings, what was it, 50 you said for the Athletic?
Good. I don't know how else to get back there fast enough.
With coaches, scouts, and executives, 70 of them. And they ranked him 7th, ahead of Jalen Hurts on both lists. The people who do this, if you were starting a team today who you would trip, they think he's one of the best players in football because they watch the game. So then I have to say, so then I have a question. Go ahead, buddy. Throw up the tweet, Dust. Then why do you feel the need to already, for the 6th straight year, make preemptive excuses for inevitable failure?
Daddy, this is our kick 30. We play on the ground and follow you every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, look. Hold on.